What is up, everybody? Today I'm bringing you guys a pack opening from a recent pre-release event for the brand new Pokemon TCG set Destined Rivals. It's been a while since I've played the Pokemon TCG. I've been really busy with VGC and singles on my other channels, but yeah, I wanted to go to a pre-release and kind of talk about my plans for the channel moving forward, because I really think this brand new Pokemon TCG set, the past couple sets they've actually made where they feature like specific trainers Pokemon, I think those are absolutely amazing, and it reminds me of Pokemon like back in the old days with like the gym leader sets. And I actually just really think that I might want to start playing Pokemon TCG again. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about my plans for this channel moving forward. But let me know if you agree. I think there are so many new cool cards coming out recently. And while I used to enter a lot of Pokemon regionals back in like 2015, going back to like 2013, 2011 and stuff like that, it's been a while since I've actually taken Pokemon TCG seriously. I feel like every couple years I kind of go through, stints where I'm not really a big fan of the VGC format. It actually tends to happen in correlation with double restricted formats, which we currently have right now, and with the future of VGC being a bit of a question mark, not really knowing what we're going to be getting in terms of like Pokemon Champions coming out next year. I've even heard rumors of there not really being competitive aspects to the new games in like the next generation's franchise, and that they're just going to be using champions for that. So with the future of competitive video game being a little bit shaky, I feel it's probably a good idea to, check back out the competitive TCG side. I'm a really big fan of, like I said, all the new Pokemon that have been coming out recently, like the Team Rocket's Pokemon, or N's Pokemon, or Hop's Pokemon. I think those are really, really cool. I think a lot of my favorite Pokemon are also meta right now. I'm a big fan of like Roaring Moon and Dunsparce. I know that's a deck I definitely want to try out. So yeah, I think I'm going to be trying my best to make a lot more Pokemon TCG content at least this summer and see where it goes. We're going to be trying to get this channel partnered on YouTube. So if you guys want to join me in this journey, maybe you've seen some of the other content I've made before, you want to see more of it, please think about dropping a follow. I think we have to get to 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours, so it's going to be a bit of a journey, but I'd love to have you along. That being said, I know that Pokemon TCG Live is like not like a brand new client, but it's new for me. I did transfer over everything I had from TCGO back when that first launched, and I've decided to actually play a little bit of TCG Live, and I really like how easy to use the system is. It seems a lot more polished than it did at launch. I think there's a lot less bugs, so I'm going to be planning on making a bunch of TCG Live deck reviews featuring mostly like rogue decks, anti-meta decks, stuff you guys can build for cheap. That's definitely the way that I like to play. So if you guys like that sort of stuff and you want to see fun creative decks with free deck lists and stuff like that, think about let me know, and please feel free to suggest any sort of deck lists that you might actually want to see. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be building some Roaring Moon Dunsparce. I think there's a lot of sauce there. I think I'm going to be building around some of the Team Rocket's Pokemon as well. I really like the new Coughing and Wheezing. I really like the new Tyranitar line. You can see I'm pulling a lot of the cards. Let's actually talk about my run in this tournament. I ended up going 3-1, making top cut in this tournament, earning myself a few more prize packs. As you can see, I didn't really pull anything of value out of this little pre-release. I think I pulled like a Rabsca and like a full art Zenta, but those aren't really worth anything. I think the coolest thing I got was actually getting a couple of the Team Rocket's Energy and another Tyranitar. So I had like a full T-Tar line. I had like 5 or 6 Coughings. So the deck that I ended up making was very simple but effective, and this pre-release event was like so fun. It reminded me so much of like playing Pokemon back in the old days, and it definitely reinvigorated my passion for this TCG. I really felt the last time that I played the Pokemon card game, I think that was around like the Pika-Rom area, maybe like Reshiram Charizard, the whole tag team era. I really felt the power creep had gotten a little bit out of control at that point. And, since I've never really stopped keeping up with the TCG, you follow all the pages on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. I always see when new cards come out, and since then I've been playing a lot of the Digimon TCG, so I'm still involved with TCGs, but I feel like we've actually scaled back the power creep to a much more manageable area where you can still use those single prize attackers, you can use some little off-meta strats. I think the new Team Rocket's Pokemon and all the support they're giving these like specific archetypes, they're making supporters specifically for Team Rocket's Pokemon or N's Pokemon or Misty's Pokemon. I think that's so cool. It gives your deck like a theme, and it gives me personally like a reason to be invested in the deck. So I think that's actually something I'm really, really excited to try out. Hopefully there's not something that's so broken that like breaks the game, but you know, I've heard a lot of people talking about like Dragapult being really good, Gardevoir being really good. I'm gonna try and get my hands on some lists as well, and then maybe go to some locals. But that being said, I just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting all the different types of content I make. You know, whether it be VGC on my path to Worlds last year, the singles channel with all the drafts that we're doing. You know, I just want to say I really appreciate it for all of you guys that watch all the content. I'm really excited to make some more Pokemon TCG content. So if you guys have any suggestions for stuff you want to see, please think about letting me know. And other than that, I just want to say thank you so much once again. And other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.